No, I didn't know it until got out of the Army, became an actor, did one Broadway play, met the number of people who were producing and who were interested in me as an actor. I had won a contest to a wonderful summer school at East Hampton by going to my high school English teacher, who also directed the festivals, the plays, and she had used me a lot. And I asked her to find me a soliloquy that I could do for this scholarship. And it was an amazing day. I memorized a speech from Wilderness, one of Eugene O'Neill's lesser-known plays, and showed up at the theater, and at the same time, the Arsenic and Old Lace was running in that theater, and this was on a day when there was no matinee. So we were using that, and there were 300 applicants. It ran over another day, and each person had, I think, 5 minutes or something, and maybe there weren't that many applicants. And my turn came, and I froze. I was Joe. I couldn't stand. I was like I am now. And I said, "May I have a chair?" And they said, "It's better if you don't." I said, "I can't stand up." So they handed me a chair, and I sat down, and my knees were still going so fast that I, without saying anything, lay down on my stomach and held my head, with my elbows on the stage to support myself, and finished this soliloquy, which was a speech about a signal that when the town clock strikes, this girl he loves will be there, and he's waiting for her and thinking about what life with her would be like. And he's a kid. And so I find the whole thing like that. And then they said time, and I stopped and got up and joined all the other contestants in the balcony. And they said, Leighton Rollins, who was the head of the school and a Bostonian and brilliant man, and who had a very unforgettable voice. I saw him pull everybody in. Boris Karloff, Antoinette Perry, after whom the Tonys are named, and the third guest was Josephine Hull, who's the roly-poly person one of the 2 women who give him people arsenic to bury them in the cellar in that play. And so their heads are all together, and all of us are just scared to death. There were 2, a girl and a boy, were getting scholarships, and Leighton Rollins stood up with his Boston. "We have come to a decision without having to have a meeting. We have determined that the girl will be Chloe Keelypeach of London." Chloe Keelypeach. And Chloe stood up. Beautiful girl with long, gorgeous, I can only say red retriever's hair. I mean, just beautiful. So she was to go to the Rollins School of the Theater at East Hampton, which, by the way, was on the estate of John Drew. And John Drew was a grandfather of the Barrymore family. So it was the top theatrical family in the country. And everybody applauded like mad. He said, he said nothing. He stopped. He said, "Well, I think I'll cut myself off here." And then Karloff said, "Is there a Stewart Stern in the house?" And I almost died. Here's Frankenstein telling me that I'm having a scholarship for the theater. So that's how I began writing. I had this funny idea that writing a play shouldn't take any longer than seeing it.